Hello everyone, and welcome to the Little Blue Fly. In today's video, I will be sharing how I decorated with some vintage copper finds as well as some Amazon finds. Many of you already know because it's out there everywhere that today and tomorrow Amazon Prime. And I will be, after this video, I will be on there shopping some more as well because there's a couple high ticket price items that, they're having really good deals on. So I'll be letting you know what it is that I picked up on Amazon Prime Day. But anyhow, I do have a couple items I will be sharing that I did purchase from there, and just a few different ways of how to decorate with them. I will also have a link in my description box to my Amazon storefront. I have placed quite a few items in there and will continue to add items. So for those of you that are interested in doing some shopping, I suggest that you head on over to my description box, click on my link, and see what I might have inside of my storefront for you. Okay, and then just really quick, on last week, I was being a powder. Okay, I was being a powder, yes, a little girl powder, because my rug didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. And I'll talk more on that, when I continue on with the living room, which will be this week, because now I have the proper lighting. It's been so dark here in this home. It's all a learning process. But anyways, we're ready to go. So that being said, let's begin. Shall we? Okay, we're working with a little bit of moss today, and I thought, and now I have shared this in the past, watch it. Look how it's growing. It's just the neatest thing ever. So when your moss like this gets dry, don't throw it out, okay? Just get a squirt bottle with some water, watch this, and it will just spring right back into life. Pretty amazing, right? So keep that moss, and I can work with it for a good couple of years, easy. And so again, when it dries out, just get that squirt bottle and spray your moss and just let it dry out a little bit, and then put it in your arrangements. Okay. Here is my first Amazon find. Again, this is linked in my description box. Just click on it and it will take you straight to my Amazon storefront, and it will say Prime. Okay, I have many different categories, but you want to go into the one that says Prime 2024. This book couldn't be any more fabulous. I'll share a couple pages with you. Just beautiful, right? Beautiful landscaping, the roses. And there's nothing like putting roses in a picture with a bicycle and a basket, right? And just a soft bedroom and entertaining, which I plan on doing more of. I have spoken about this in the past, and I am going to start making this happen. I'm going to start putting like little meals together and put them out on a table and just share the recipes with you all, and me putting some items together. It feels good to be inside. We've been out in that hot heat, picking up things out in the garden, tending to all the flowers out there. Okay, this is my next Amazon find, a must. Everyone should have at least one of these in their homes, and it's the very first one I've ever owned, and it's a heating lamp for your candles. So you don't have to have the flame. You don't have to feel nervous walking away out of a room with a flame being lit on your candle. This has an adjustable arm, which is everything, because you're not limited to one size candle. I think it goes as high as, I think it's 13 inches. It'll be in the description. But it has the pretty gold arm. It's a heavy glass shade. I like how it's scalloped. Just gives that, that nice French English country look, right? And as you can see, I did light this candle already, and I love it. I do have a few of these in my storefront as well. And you click it on and it has different levels, right? Different heat levels. And it makes for a fabulous little nightlight. I found that out last night because I did this decorating last night and then just took, a couple extra pictures today. So it makes for a fabulous nightlight. It has different levels of lighting. You don't have to fuss with the flame. It has that beautiful smoky glass. And again, any size candle. Well, up to 13 inches anyhow. Now my next finds, okay, these get mixed reviews, but I'm happy with these. A couple, like one of the tips came off. Well, a couple of them on the candles, but it's easy. You just place it back on. No fuss, right? But I love these blue and white battery-operated candles. And I'm going to be able to use these in multiple different ways. Look, I'm trying to, this one, now see how good? That one's not coming off. But on some of them, it just comes right off. And no worries. You just place it back on. It's just that simple. Again, no fussing. Now you will see a little bit of wax on them. I just go ahead and just gently wipe it off. Now, as you can see here, we have a 2, 4, 6, 8 hour setting. You can put whatever temp you want on these candles if you want it really low. So we're going to go through them all right now. This is the lowest. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, so I didn't count right. There's 7. There's 7 different options of the lighting on these candles. They do take 3 AAA batteries. So today I will be decorating in different vessels with these candles as well. So just to mention this one last time on this Living with Roses by Victoria, I also, for the book lovers that love the coffee table books or just, sitting there, with your favorite drink or not, and just you feel for some, grabbing some inspiration, right? These are fabulous books to have in the home. And one day I hope to have a wall of just different inspirational books. I do have several of these linked in my Amazon storefront. We can never have too many books. Okay, have my gloves on. I should wear them more when I'm outside. I was just out there working out in the yard. But okay, I have shared this before. This was a Facebook Marketplace find. I did pick up 2 of them, and it's just some vintage copper molds. They don't always have to hang up on your walls. We can do many different things with these. If I wanted to, I could put some of those candles in there, right? But I'll be doing something differently. Okay, I want to point out here, for us lefties, we don't get to see the cups. When we turn it around to pour it, we get to see the milliliters, but that's okay. And on some measuring cups, we don't get to see anything at all, being a lefty. But what I'm doing is just pouring in some rice that I had on hand. Inexpensive rice. You can use sand if you want to, or beans. It just works better, right, than just putting in paper. You can control your how high or low you want things. So I have these little succulents. These are pearls. And I have another one. This is a turtle succulent. And they're just babes, and they'll grow into be something pretty amazing. You'll just have long trails of the turtles or of the pearls. And I thought, well, since they're little right now, and I don't necessarily need to put them in a larger pot just yet, I'm going to put it inside this copper mold. Trying to work this one down. But what I discovered is that pot was just a little bit taller than the other ones. That's what was going on. And here is another pearl. Now, if I would have had a taller succulent, I would have loved to have added that in the back, right? To have just put in a little bit of height, right? That's always nice. Gives a good focal point. But today, we're just going to put together a flat Fiona. How about that? It's just going to be all flats of succulents. No height. And I'm trying to be very careful with these because they are fragile. And I don't want to break off just my little babies, right? Okay, now what we're going to do is just put moss in all around. It just gives another layer of interest, right? Love adding moss with my real arrangements, dried arrangements, and as you're seeing here, the succulents. So I'm just spreading it all about. And again, it would have been so nice if I had a taller one, right? Just to get that visual interest, that depth going. But you know what? We're going to love flat Fiona, just as she is today. I don't know how long I will keep it like this. It might, I'm thinking about putting something up in my window, so this might be changing as of this week. Okay, another vessel here that I have is just an apothecary jar. There's the bottom. I don't know why I haven't put one together yet, but when you put soil in here and put a plant in that has really good root system and you can visibly see it through the glass, I love that look. But today we're not going to be working with soil and a root system flower. We are going to be adding in one of these battery-operated candles, or flameless flickering, however, you you like to address it. But anyhow, I thought it would be a nice touch placing one inside the jar. If it was larger, I would love to put, would have loved to have put all three in. But it is narrow, so I just have room for the one. And as you can see on this candle right here, there's a little bit of wax. Again, no fuss, you just wipe it off when you just see the little pieces of wax. But overall, again, I did purchase 3 boxes of these. I am very pleased with these candles. I also did place in some other blue and whites into my storefront as well. I have quite a bit of blue and whites that have been added, different items. Throws for the cooler temperatures that are coming up, different pillows. Okay, so I placed just the one pillar candle, and now I'm just going to put some moss in all around the candle. I'm loving the green with the blue and white. Heck, I love any color with the blue and white. I need to share something really quick. Okay, so I pinned this comment. So for those of you that want to go back and leave this sweet little girl a message, I would love it. I'm sure it would just make her so happy. A 9-year-old girl, not this past video, but the one before, my French and English country decorating, I will post it at the end of this video. I pinned her comment, and it's a 9-year-old girl telling me how she sits down and she watches my videos with her Mimi, and that, so her grandmother, and that, or maybe her aunt, but how she even puts vignettes together herself, and she was telling me to choose the plum color for my fireplace. So she has quite the eye for being a 9-year-old, and she also stated that she's been watching my channel for 2 years now. So I had to pin her comment. I had to leave her a comment because it warmed my heart, right? For a 9-year-old to come and to already have the vision for decorating. It's just wonderful. Okay, so there is the pillar there and that apothecary jar. And now we're going to work with this, this was it just Facebook? I don't remember. No, maybe Etsy. I'm not sure. But anyhow, a vintage copper vessel. This one, well, I believe I kind of want to use this up in my front window. But for today, we're going to have fun decorating it. Again, I'm going to pour in some rice, because it really allows me to work with my candles. This is what I do with my little creamers as well. I have shared this also, but I put rice in it and a little creamer, and I love to put a taper candle in it. So, let's see what we're going to do here. I have this height, which is the middle one, and then I have the smaller one. Do I go smaller, or do I go the middle one? Sometimes I just get torn like that, right? Like with my rug in the living room. Oh my gosh, I was so sad. I was so sad and depressed because it didn't work like I thought it was gonna work as I was pulling everything together. So now look, here I am with this. Do I want middle or do I want smaller? I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know what you think, middle or small. But I think what I'm gonna try at this time, right now, I'm gonna put the small in. We're gonna go ahead and add in some moss. Let's go ahead and do that. Sort of like with the rug, right? I had to start adding everything around and, just placing different items to see, okay, is this gonna work? Is it not gonna work? And, I sat with that rug for months because I purchased it when we were still in Virginia. So when I put it out, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work, right? Sort of like that new outfit. When you're getting ready to go out on a date or just go out and you just know it's going to look so cute. And when you try it on, you're like, no. Well, that's sort of what happened with my rug. And that's sort of what's going on here with my smaller candle. Okay, well, many of you might like it. I don't know. You can let me know. But it seems like the small candle is getting covered up too much with the moss, right? It was fine when it was by itself, but when I placed the moss in, no. See, now this way, with the middle-sized one, I can see the blue and white. Don't you agree? This one looks better? I think so. Anyhow, it's all to personal preference, right? So just gonna move the moss about. And look, one doesn't even need to add moss. You do not want to. I just felt like working with it today because it's therapeutic. But you can even add different items in here. You could put dried orange slices with the holidays coming up, or some dried berries would look even really cute. And when you add the light and you turn it on, it just takes it to a whole new level. So see, in the vessels, you can go either way. You can, or look, for you right-handers out there, I went ahead and turned it to the right because it might have been throwing you off a little bit. Being a lefty, we like to have our handles to the left. So that even looks completely different with the handle going to the right. Next to our flat Fiona in the copper mold. It's all a process. Okay. What are we going to do now? How about a basket? Just a little flat handled, like tray type basket. I'm working with, I went with the glass, then I went with the metal, the copper. Now we're going to work with a basket. And I have this spear, well, it's a half spear, right? Spear, not spear. A spear. We have a half of one here, and I did share one in my storefront that is similar to this one. Okay, I found another storefront, and it's called, I'm probably going to say it wrong, I think it's the Painted Tree or the Painting Tree. I think it's I'm not sure. First time going there. Came across a booth. Her name is Angie. I need to find her business card. I have so much to share that I purchased from her booth. And she even does online orders, but only for those that live in North Carolina. So if I don't share her business contact next video, it will be the one after. It will be within the next 2 videos. Okay, so working with the faux, because again, I do like my faux and my real. I just pushed it off to the side, right? Just did a little gentle scoot over and then just weave it through the handle, right? To help make it look a little bit more natural. And I'm going to add a tall one, pillar candle right here to the side. It's just that simple, right? Now, if I wanted to, I could put some moss in here, but I won't, because I have my fun with it. I'm just going to keep it like this. But again, with the holidays coming, you could put pears in here, orange slices. It's just endless, right? Some pomegranates. But for today, we're just going to keep just a simple greenery, faux greenery to the side with the candle to the right. And again, we have several different, seven to be exact, different settings on these candles. Okay, and to play with our last vessel over here, this is just a green pot, and let me look at this. Yes, I purchased it from a nursery over here. I fell in love with the green color. It's hard to come by this color green. And I have another faux half a sphere, right? And this has the plums with some muted greens. And again, I purchased this from Angie's booth, and I promise I will get her info up soon. I have to find her business card. And it's as simple as just placing it on top of the pot. Now, for those of you that enjoyed this video today, please give it a thumbs up. Let's keep everything moving here with the algorithm. Go look at that little girl's message. I will post it at the end of this video. I always suggest 2 videos. it will be the first one that I suggest. And maybe leave her a sweet comment. I hope you all have a wonderful day.